Welcome back to another edition of Arizona Wildcats Insiders Podcast. I'm your host, Troy Hutchison. Arizona is in the middle of the college football season. They had the game against Kansas coming up. Arizona sitting at 5-3, one win away from a bowl game. The Kansas Jayhawks, similar situation, 5-4, sitting one game away from a bowl game. This is the first time these two teams are meeting since 1966. Not a lot of people still around from that era when Arizona met. So this is the first time in Big 12 play that they're ever meeting on the college football field. So we'll see what happens. I mean, you're talking about a Jekyll and Hyde team in Kansas in terms of their offense and defense. They've been up and down. And then an Arizona team who's growing but has had its struggles, but it struggles against very good football teams in BYU and Houston. So something's got to give there. Arizona, to me, clearly moving in the right direction as a program. Kansas, very good head coach, stayed there, decided to not go elsewhere, get that stadium renovation going. They have a huge money donation. They're going to be a program on the rise as well. Two coaches that have their programs moving in the right direction. But it's going to be an intense game. It's going to be a fun game. I think Arizona has a slight edge being at home and being homecoming as well. And I just love the way that Noah Fafita and the offense are trending at the right time for Arizona. But before we get to college football, talk all the college football we love to talk about, it's college basketball season. Arizona is coming, number 13 Arizona is coming off of an impressive 93-87 win, upsetting number 3 Florida in Las Vegas to open up the season. Very impressive job by Arizona. Very impressed by Koa Pete, 37-5, the only freshman to ever do that. Had that stat line in college basketball history. That tells you how good of a player he is. And one of the best performances by a freshman for Arizona since Camille Norman and Eric Money era. I mean, that says a lot since the Fred Snowden era. Just a tremendous player, tremendous job going up against that daunting Florida front line, that backcourt for Florida. I mean, front court for Florida. Very, very impressive. So great job by Cole Pete there. Jaden Bradley was rolling against the Gators. And again, we talked about it going into that game, down that stretch. And you're going to need it in the NCAA tournament. You're going to need it in big games like that. Veteran guards take over. Florida, very young guards. They had open shots. They could have made a difference. Couldn't do it. Jaden Bradley, get out of the way. Give me the ball. I'll drive it right to them. Get to the foul line, go 9-10 there, score 27 points, and have 5 assists. That's what veteran guards do. They take over games when you need them the most. And that's why I love this Arizona team to get to an Elite Eight or Final Four. I think this is their best chance to get to a Final Four or Elite Eight in the Tommy Lloyd era. I think this is his best team. The first team was great. It was the number 1 seed, but they had flaws. They're kind of soft around the edges, couldn't take punches in the mouth. And, you know, they relied on a lot of Ben Mathurin being right. So I think this is a more balanced team. I think this is a team that can hurt you in many different ways. And I think it's a mentally tough team. And I think that's the most important thing. They're mentally tough. They're strong defensively. And we're going to see a really good season for Arizona basketball. But before we move on with season talk, Arizona plays Utah Tech. I don't know why I said UT. Utah Tech. This is the first time they're playing them since 2022, I believe. And that was in the first year of the Tommy Lloyd era. Arizona won that game easily, holding them under 75 points in that game. And Arizona scoring 107 points in that game. Now, Utah Tech is coming off of a win. However, they did play last night. I did not see the result. So they're a solid team. They won a 1-point game. Is this going to be a tournament team? No, probably not. And this is the type of game for Arizona to get everybody right. Although they beat Florida, had a great game, guys like Toby Awaka got in foul trouble and didn't have the best of game that we know Toby can have. And then Braden Burries looked like a deer in headlights as a freshman against Florida. 1 for 6. His shot was a little short most of the time. Some bad turnovers, got in foul trouble, fouled out of the game. There are some issues there that you need to clean up if you're Arizona. And then Anthony Del Rosso was okay, could have been better. And finally, the 3-point shooting, 2 for 5. Yes, 40%, that's good. You'll take 40%. I don't know how many tournament games when you get to the Sweet 16 and on, you're going to win shooting just 5 threes. And the issue with Arizona this season is where are those 3-point shots going to come? I think Ivan is going to be a 3-point shooter. Doroso, for sure. I think Burries could help. Jaden Bradley, spot 1 or 2 per game, 2 or 3 per game. Yeah. But you need some consistency behind the arc to stretch the defense, because right now, if I'm a defensive team like UCLA, I'm going to clog the middle. I'm just going to clog the middle. Take your shot. I'm going to play Sean Miller style defense where you're not letting them run by you. Take the 3-point shot. That box set, that's probably what I would do, and switch everything. If you have the capability to do that, if you have the athletes to do that. So a team like UCLA, look for them to do something like that. So I think you need to prove that you can shoot the 3-point shot against Utah Tech. You want to see Braden Burries get on track and Toby Awaka have a bounce back game. With that being said, we have made our game prediction for the game. Again, this isn't going to be close. So for anybody who's like, ooh, could this be an upset special? No, it's not going to be an upset special. I don't know what the spread is as of right now, but I have a feeling Arizona will cover the spread. I have Arizona winning 106-67, a very impressive, solid win. And then they get ready for another game like Utah Tech. I think it's NAU on the schedule, if I remember off the top of my head, before going to LA into the Intuit Dome to take on arch rival UCLA. And guys, to me, there is no better. Duke, North Carolina is the best rivalry in college sports. Number 2 in college basketball is UCLA, Arizona. Arizona UCLA is one of the best rivalries in the West Coast, one of the most underappreciated rivalries in the West Coast. And it's a shame that the two are not in the same conference anymore, but they need to keep that rivalry game going. And if you're Arizona, LA market, you need the LA market. Again, Arizona is a national brand, so recruiting isn't necessarily an issue, but you want to keep that rivalry game going. So I got Arizona winning 106-67. I think Braden Burries is going to have a bounce back game. I think you're going to see 16 points out of him with about 5 or 6 assists and an efficient shooting day. So look for Braden Burries to get back on track. Toby Awaka, we're going to go with a double-double for him, 12 points, 10 rebounds, solid, good night. And then Koa Pete, you know what? I'm going to go a little bit under from the 30 points that he had against Florida. To me, he's a big game player, a big energy player. We saw it in the exhibition games. He was a little underwhelming, and then just, boom, took off. That's the real Koa. Now, do you think maybe he was bored with the exhibition games? Maybe. How do you keep freshmen engaged throughout a course of a 31, 32 college basketball regular season? That's one of the biggest things, hardest things for a coaching staff to do. Luckily, Arizona has veteran leadership with Jaden Bradley, Toby Awaka, Crivas, and Anthony Del Rosso, and Evan Nelson. They have vets that have been around college basketball that understand every game's a grind. So hopefully they can keep them engaged. I have Koa Pete going for a double-double, his first double-double of his career at Arizona, with 18 points and 12 rebounds. I think he gets 18 and 12, about 4 assists. So very good game, but not the 30-point performance. I think he's going to have a 20-something point performance against UCLA, but you're going to see a little step back for Koa, but still a tremendous game, tremendous player, top 5 pick. So we got Arizona, again, 106-67. The Wildcats get it done and move on to 2-0 on the season.